Ooh, I'm gonna check this place out. Hey, I'm here to pick up some flowers. Ah, you got them done, great. Perfect. Hey, you wanna see how I put this flower shop all together? Turned out really nice. Keep watching and you'll see. Thanks. All right, let's get this all done. So we start off with wallpapering all the walls. Very straightforward. Just cut out the pieces that match with the wood pieces and glue them together. Once we got most of the walls all wallpapered, there's just a few little windows in this one, and it's pretty straightforward on this one as well, is you just stick the little window panes into the holes that match. Pretty easy, just follow the instructions. We also, once we get these parts done, is we're going to pre-decorate a few things because it's easier to do it now than when it's all up and in awkward corners. So we're going to put a couple baseboards up and a couple little pictures up. And now it's going to start taking shape here. It has nice little slots and they just fit right in, and it's a real tight fit, so you just, and it's a good thing so that the walls don't fall down, but you do glue it and just put it where they say and everything should work out. We're going to put a few more pictures on the wall. I am doing it exactly in order as they do in the instruction book. And there's always a rhyme and reason to it because it's just easier to do it in the layers that they tell you. Because if you put this picture in last when you have all your furniture in, it's nearly impossible. You could do it, but it wouldn't be any fun. once we got our walls in place, now we're going to put in the roof support, and it's really easy. You just put it right in the corner, and then there's a cross beam. And now let's put a few more decorations that's easier to put up. You notice we're doing all the wall decorations while we can, before we put the furniture in. And this is our little flower sign that I accidentally did upside down, but you know what? It looks just fine to me. Nobody will ever know. Now we're going to put some furniture in. I already put a couple shelves in there that just jam them in the corner. This is a very full flower shop, so you have to do it. You really do have to do it how they say they go in there, because they will fit just like a Tetris game, just right. If you try to falter from their plan, it won't work. While that's all drying, we're going to make the roof. And what it was is this pre-printed plastic, imprinted I guess, and I painted it the light coffee brown there, let it dry, and then we put the supports on the side. And then we're going to make some lights to go on them. There are two lights in this build. There's a little disc light, kind of what you see in a diner kind of light, an industrial light, and then a little globe light. We've done lights before. This one's a little bit different because I'm used to all the filaments and the wires all together, and then you just connect it to the power source. This one, the light bulb is separate. Not a problem. You just clip the ends off of these little prongs down to size. Why? I don't know. I'm not an electrician. I'll ask my dad. And then you wire it to the yellow and white wires. I will say in the beginning, I did it all backwards, and when I tested all the lights, they didn't work. But we got it in the end, and you'll see it. And here's that shrink tubing that we've been seeing a lot. This is the first kit that I've ever seen this material before, and I might have to search it out because it's pretty cool. It's a lot easier than electrical tape. So you put these little rubber tubes on there, and then I heat it up with a hair dryer very carefully, and it shrinks on, see? And it's a tight fit. You don't even have to stick it, glue it, or anything. And then I'm testing it to make sure I did it right, and we're good. Once we got our little lights all done, I twisted the wires together. It makes it easier to manage when we do this part, which is glue it to the roof. And they do have on their instructions exactly where it goes, because once you flip it upside down and put it on the house, it's going to light up your work table. So you want it in the right spot. So I just glue it down. It takes a while to dry, so you stick your fingers to the roof and just hope that it stays. It does. Once those are all dry, you just glue it to the top. And they had pre-drilled holes there where the wires go. So if you measured it correctly and put it in the right spot, it should all work out. And then I just connect it to the power source and glue down I duct taped the wires down to make them look pretty. They didn't tell you to do that, but I don't like the wires all hanging around and things like that. Make it nice and neat, and we're good to go. we get back to the fun stuff. Let's put some more furniture in here. Very, very carefully. And the very last thing we're going to build is the greenhouse walls. I painted the backing, and I did have to do some touch-ups afterwards too. The front was pre-printed in blue, and then I just painted the back blue so that it kind of blends in. And you just put the sides up and the top, and then put it on. And here you can, and I also noticed that some of the cardboard was showing a little bit too much, so I went back through and touched those up in blue. Now we're gonna close it up. And this is when I realized there's a little notch you see at the very, very top of this greenhouse wiring. And I think I should have put that one crossbeam back a little bit, but that's okay. It's very flexible and bendy, so I made it fit. And we're just going to add a couple little pieces and we are about done. And if you missed any of these 1,000 million little pieces that went into this house, I did make a playlist for everything I made in here, and you're welcome to watch them all, or pieces and parts that you'd rather watch. But yeah, this was fun. This was a hard, I would say, an advanced kit. I would not let my little 10-year-old or somebody, well, it depends on the 10-year-old, I guess, have at it. It is tricky, and I had trouble, and I've made a lot of little things before. Not that I'm an expert at all, but let's sit back and relax and see all the fruits of our labor. Thank you so much for watching, and everyone who has subscribed already, thank you. And you watched this whole journey, thank you very much. And those who haven't, definitely hit that subscribe. There's a lot more coming. There's now we're going to start doing some from scratch things that might be fun. So stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.